welcome back to the channel. Now we've got another 11 plus question, and here it is. So there are goats and chickens on the field. There are 3 times as many chickens as goats. Altogether, there are 90 legs, and what we've got to figure out is how many of each animal are on the field. So we know that there's goats and chickens. So what we could do first of all is actually just use some trial and error, but we can lay it out in quite a good way. So we've got goats and we've got chickens. And what we know is that there are 3 times as many chickens. So what we could do is just pick a number for goats to begin with. Let's just say there are 2 goats. And if there are 3 times as many chickens, that means there must be 6 chickens. Now we know that goats have 4 legs. So if there's 2 goats, I would need to multiply that by 4 to give me the number of legs. So there'll be 8 legs on the goats there. Chickens have 2 legs, so I can times that by 2. So that's going to give me 12 legs. So in total, that's going to give me 20 legs, which is no good. It's far too small because we need 90 legs. So because goats have 4 legs, it might be good to change the number of goats to something a lot higher, because then that's going to make this number quite a lot bigger. So let's rub this out. And what we could do now maybe is change the goat number to, I don't know, let's just pick something bigger, let's say 6. And then if chickens is 3 times as big, there's going to be 18 of the chickens. Now, if there's 6 goats, times that by 4, 6 4s, 24. And then let's say 18 chickens, goodness, 18 chickens, times that by 2, then we've got 36 legs there. In total, what's that going to give us? 60 legs. So we're getting there, but we still need to go higher than that. So 6 is no good. Maybe let's try 9 goats. So 9 goats, 3 times as many chickens, that would be 27 chickens. Now let's multiply this. So we have 9 times 4, that's 36 legs for the goats. And then chickens, 27 times 2 is 54. And now, here we go. If you add these together, we get a total of 90 legs. So with trial and error, you can get there reasonably quickly. However, you could also use some algebra in a table like this to solve the same problem. So let me make the same table. We have goats and we have chickens. Now we don't know how many goats there are. So what we can do is say there are X number of goats. And now because there are 3 times as many chickens, we can say that there are 3x lots of chickens, because whatever number of goats there are 3 times as many chickens. So we need to do 3 times this number. Now, if we've got X goats, over here we had 9 goats. To find out how many legs they had, we multiplied it by 4, because every goat has 4 legs. So then we'll need to times X by 4 to give me the number of legs that the goats have. So that will be 4x for the number of legs that the goats have. And for chickens, well, we took the number of chickens and multiplied it by 2 to find their legs, because they've got 2 legs. So we'll take the number of chickens here and multiply that by 2. So that's going to be 6x. Now when we add the number of legs together, that needs to total 90. So we can say add the legs together, and this needs to equal 90. And so 4x plus 6x is 10x. So 10x is equal to 90, and that means x must be equal to 9. And so look, we represented the number of goats as x, and if x is 9, that means there are 9 goats, and 3 times as many chickens. 3 times 9, 27 chickens. And there you go. So you can solve the problem there by trial and error or by using some algebra in actually a very, very similar way. So hopefully that will make sense.